If you would like to incentivize your team or perhaps give some bonuses, maybe they've been taking action and growing their own business, they've been sponsoring some people, you've been getting some commissions in the process, and you want to help them out by giving them some free product as a bonus, then just keep watching this video. Hey there, this is Dave Gardner, and I've been a LiveGood member for many months now, since almost the beginning when LiveGood was launched. And this is something that may have been around for a while, and I'm just starting to figure it out myself. So we can always remember that we're always learning things. And we don't expect you, obviously, as a new person to coming in to learn everything at once, but it can be relatively easy if you follow some simple steps. So if you want to order any product, or even if you want to order and upgrade someone's membership, maybe they bought some other product for you in another program, and maybe it was a high ticket program and you promised them a membership in LiveGood as a bonus, or maybe a product in LiveGood as a bonus, then these are the steps you're going to take. So all you're going to do inside your own members area is you are going to go over to where it says My Earnings. And once you click on My Earnings, that will bring up a couple options, and you are going to click on the credit wallet. When you click on the credit wallet, you have the ability to transfer commissions different ways, and what you want to focus on is adding a username, or you're going to be able to create a username. So if someone's already on your team, and let's say they're growing, and you wanted to, help them out and send them a free gift, maybe it was a free t-shirt, a LiveGood t-shirt, maybe it was a free, pack of protein, or something obviously that, you think that they should benefit from. Maybe they're on a limited budget, and, on your first referral from them, or when they joined, you obviously earned $25. So maybe that was part of them joining. Maybe you would send them one product valued at, 5 to 10, or excuse me, 10 to 15, $20, and then the shipping would probably cover it. Obviously, do your due diligence, go through the numbers, because shipping is going to be different in each country. So what you're going to do, let's say we have an existing member, all we have to do is add their user ID or their username. So you're going to find those details in your referrals. Now, for the sake of privacy, I'm not going to show, for example, that page, just because there's a lot of email addresses on there, and then places like YouTube and other things would block this video because we're not abiding by certain rules of privacy. So you're going to see your referrals in there. All you got to do is click on the referral tab here, and that will bring up your list of referrals. You can click on any referral that's in there, and you can actually see their usernames, their emails, their phone number if they have provided them, the country of origin, so on and so forth. So I have a couple usernames that I'm then going around and testing this, and I want to show you a couple differences. So all you have to do is enter their username or their ID. Probably easier to enter their username. So I want to show you one. These are a couple that I've been playing around with the last couple days. So I want to show you a couple examples of people from different countries. So Kevin is a member from Canada, and let's say I'm going to order him a product, and I'm just going to click continue. So all you have to do, again, once you click the credit wallet, you have to obviously have money in your credit wallet. There's other videos showing you how to do that. But if you want to set that up, you can fund the credit wallet or transfer earnings back out so you get paid if you don't use them all up. So once you have the user that you want to send to, you're just going to click what you want. Are you going to order a product or pay for their membership, or do you want to just transfer credit to them? Then they can decide, do they want to use it for their own membership, or do they want to pick a product out themselves? So we're just going to click on order product or pay for membership. Maybe you do this as a surprise to someone. You don't even tell them, and then all of a sudden it gets delivered to their door. I'm going to click continue. And what the LiveGood system does is it automatically populates the products that are available in that country. Now, LiveGood has done a really good job in communicating with countries around the world to figure out what will get in and get passed through customs and what will not, what's available in certain countries and what is not. So this one, again, is for Canada. And I'm just going to scroll down, and we're just going to show you that there's a lot of products here that can be delivered. And as we scroll through this, we have many of the products that you're going to see on the regular channel if you were just to order any of them. And notice this one in Canada has the availability of getting single essential oils. The essential oil pack was above there. What's missing, though, in Canada are the CBD products. Okay, the CBD oil, the CBD pain relief cream, and the CBD oil for pets. But as we go through, we have all of the essential kits. We have the other packs. We have the international pack that you can get for men or women. And I want to focus on this fact. Kevin is a paying member. So because he is an active member paying the membership month by month, if I were to do something for him, he qualifies for the $99.95 for the International Wellness Pack to be shipped. Now, that actually gets shipped from Germany All the other products get shipped from the warehouse in Florida, but it's at the $99.95. And I want to point that out because when I show you some other people, we're going to see that these prices are different depending on their membership. Once we go down, the other option you can do is I can pay an additional month for their membership, or I could give another year for their membership. So maybe that was one of the bonuses that you decide to offer. And again, that's up to you. You don't have to offer any bonuses, but some people might promise someone if they come in at least to check it out for a month, with my commission, I'll pay for you at least to stay next month, just to give you 2 months to get into the system and become familiar with it. Now, that is something that I have offered at times. I don't offer it all the time, but that's something you could consider doing as well. If they were to, again, maybe came in at a higher ticket product and a totally different program, and then you also are sponsoring them into LiveGood, you can actually create an account for them and pay for their whole month, their whole year. And so the other button that I had mentioned before, up at the beginning, again, was to go through and either pay for their membership. You could also create a membership. Okay, the previous button, if we go back over here, one of the other buttons was to create a membership. Now, I can create a new user. If I were to look at this create a new user button and then click that, and there again, there's another video going on there depending on what videos you're seeing. Again, if I want to pay for their membership, I'm going to click continue. I can also order them products as well. I might give them a bottle of something and then scroll all the way down. Let me just check this quick, because notice this is a new member. It hasn't registered where the person is, so all the products are showing up. So this is different from my member from Canada because it's listing all the materials. Now, if I go through, I'm guessing if I go through and do a drop down, it's just automatically assuming, for example, the United States. So for example, let's say I go and I say something like Argentina. That may change automatically, and notice the CBD is still there. It may change after all once I go through and process it and recognize, and we'll say, okay, sorry, these aren't available because I haven't gone through and continued it. So the system may recognize that after the fact. So that's something you may have to play with the country that you create. Okay, so that again is create an account, and you can either do the same thing and order the products or go all the way down, and you could just easily create a membership. If I want to do the membership for them, $9.95, and I want to pay for them to become an affiliate, that would calculate and it would tally, and it would be able to be on the next page. You'd create a username for the person, enter their email details, so on and so forth, just to verify and passwords, and then the system would be sent, and you could communicate with that person to make sure, make sure those details are sent. And I guess actually the password and username are right here. So if we go back to that concept of sending people details and sending people other information, I want to put another one, and we're going to pick Ratnakar, and he lives in India. And so India has different regulations than Canada. And so when we scroll through, we see a lot of the same products that are available in India, but one of the main things that's missing is all of those essential oils. So those are not available to be shipped to India at the current time. Now, might they later on be? That's a possibility. So all you want to do is always check up to date, and you can figure out what is possible to send to that person and what is not. But again, we have the International Wellness Package for $99.95. I could send that to him. Let's say, like I said, if he joined me in something else and I promised him a nice big package, or I saw, let's say he starts to take off and he's growing a massive team and I'm getting a lot of matching check bonuses from him, that could be a promise. Maybe when I have my team, I say, okay, when you get to platinum level, or when you earn this much and your team size is this big, I will ship you a bonus international pack for either you to use, or maybe you can give it away as a gift to someone else once you receive it. So these are all things and ideas that you could use. Now, what I want to point out though is a little bit different for someone who is not active. They actually joined my team, they paid the $40 US affiliate fee, or the one-time affiliate fee, and then they were paying their $9.95, or maybe they were in for a full year and then they decided to not renew. Maybe they forgot to renew and they dropped out and they just said, oh, maybe I'll get back in later, or maybe they just stopped one way or another. So if we pull out someone who's currently not active, and if I remember one of these, I'm trying to think here, I believe this one might not be active. So we will check in a minute. Otherwise, I will have to pull out one that I remember is not active. And so if we go down and look at some of the prices of the International Wellness Pack, we'll get a quick hint if this is or not. So if we go through, let me see here. Oh, this is the one actually, I believe, is in Korea. In some countries, some of the things aren't available. So again, if we scroll down, we see that the product packages, the essential, the International Wellness Pack is not available. So some countries, again, will automatically populate what is not available or what is available. Notice on this one as well, the Shilajit and the detox drops also are not available. Also, as we scroll, we don't see the CBD oil, and we also don't see the essential oils. So in some countries, like I said, these materials are not being made available because, again, some countries will restrict what products are allowed and what are not. Now, over time, again, LiveGood may be able to establish a relationship, and once they get the proper paperwork in there or communication with customs, they will start to add or increase the available products that are in certain countries. All right, I'm going to try to pull up one other name here if I can remember. I'm going to pull up one little thing here, and we're going to go back for a second. If you can bear with me, I'm going to pause for a second as I find this member. All right, I think I remembered some of the other usernames. Apologize for that. So if we go in here, they should just pop up. I believe they were going to. All right, if we pull up a person who, again, paid their membership, paid the $40 one-time fee, was paying in for a couple months, and then decided to stop. And for one reason or another, they may come back, and they always have the ability to come back later. But what I want to point out, if we scroll down and we show the, again, if we just focus on just the product of the International Wellness Pack. For people that are members, it's $99.95 to ship anywhere in the world, and that includes shipping. But notice when they haven't paid their membership, notice it actually comes up as the other price, $129.95, which is still extremely valuable when you think of the amount of materials that are in it. There's actually 6 products. If you were to buy those same 6 products, probably for other companies, you're talking $400 or $500 in what they had normally done and jacked up the price, and which is amazing why LiveGood is doing so well around the world is because of the low prices on their high quality products. So if they are not active as a member, the other price will show up, okay, because they're not paying in at that membership price, so they're not an active member, therefore the higher rate goes. So therefore, this could be maybe something, it's an incentive. You send them something and maybe they decide to come back as a member. But again, that's a relatively high price. You'd want to make sure that you are incentivized correctly on your end, that you're earning enough that you could then cover for those fees. So I wanted to point that out as well, that you do have the ability to order for people who are not active, okay, or maybe haven't become active yet, but all of the prices will be higher. So for example, the multivitamins alone, $14.95, and basically those prices are just doubled, tripled, quadrupled, whatever, if you want to buy multiple bottles. So again, if you're going to do something for someone who joined, but then maybe fell off, didn't stay active, hasn't paid their monthly fee, they are going to be at the higher level. And so if we go into, so that was a person from Germany. If we go into, this one was from, I believe, South Africa. We're going to click on that one. And in South Africa, we're going to scroll down. They were also active and stopped being active. Again, we don't see the essential oils. We don't see the, like I said, the CBD oil. In this case, though, we are seeing the Shilajit and the detox. So places like, I think it was on the last one too, in Germany and South Africa, they will accept them, but some places like Korea might not. So there's certain ones that you can buy and certain ones you can't in certain countries. And so depending on the country that you live in, when you populate and you open up your own page to see what you want to order, certain things will be invisible and you won't even know that they exist as far as buying it or ordering it because it's not available in that country yet. Doesn't mean it won't ever be. It just means currently at this point it's not going to be available. So if we go down, there's a couple different packs. And again, notice the International Wellness Pack, $129.95 at a higher amount because that person is not active. If I wanted to pay for their membership to get them back in, maybe they bought something else from me, and then I say, okay, as a bonus, I'm going to pay for your membership to get you back in. That would be something. I could go in and do the $9.95, pay for a month, or I could do a year and let them get back active again. So if we go back up, again, the multivitamin, $14.95 because they are not active. If we go back to an active member again, we'll pull up my buddy Ratnakar from India. And if we were to do something like this, he is an active member, so he should qualify for the lower prices. So if we go in and look at his multivitamin, notice his multivitamin is only $9.95. Like I said, shipping, it says shipping and handling. Shipping and handling is going to be different depending on what country you live in. Shipping and handling is pretty much based by weight. But the U.S. Post Office, at least if you're in the United States, prorates it a little bit. So the more you order, obviously, you can kind of take into account maybe every bottle is going to count $2 or $3 additional shipping if you were to multi-pack it. If you only bought one item, maybe you're going to spend $6 to $8 in shipping if it's a heavier item. The multi-vitamins, those are smaller bottles. They'll be a little cheaper. But if you were to order something like a protein bag or the super greens, which take up more space and they're a little bit heavier and bulkier, then obviously you're going to spend a little bit more. But if you ordered a big box with multiple things, maybe you buy 10 items and you spend $25 to $30 in the US on shipping. So now you're averaging anywhere from $2 to $4 per item. So therefore the per item shipping cost drastically gets reduced. Shipping overseas is going to be through DHL. I can't verify and guarantee exactly what the prices are, but if you actually go through and click on and enter all the materials as you're ordering, you'll see a tally of a growing shipping rate. So just be sure that you're checking that out when you're doing your own orders from your back office, or like I said, if you want to order from someone else, after we did all these orders, we would see the shipping and handling that would be going through there. So for example, if I wanted to send it to India, if I'm going to do one bottle, if we just go through and click continue, I'm not going to complete the order, but if we go down and click continue, it should give me another option and say, okay, this is the shipping and how much do we want to verify? Okay, so if we go through, we got the initial information. Notice in this case, only one bottle, the shipping is $10. So it actually costs more to ship one bottle all the way to India than the bottle itself. So let's go back and let's see what happens when I actually try to order multiple bottles and see if it starts to alleviate some of that amount. So let's say we go through and I wanted to do a bottle of the multivitamins, I wanted to do the D3K2, and I wanted to do super greens. Okay, just a little bit of mix, not the full wellness pack, but also some other things. So I'm ordering 3 things. So if we were to say each one was worth $10, $10 to $20, and the shipping was $10 on each, that'd be $30 in shipping. If you notice, the shipping here has now been drastically reduced relative to the amount of material. So now I'm spending, okay, this is almost $10. This is basically, if we round that up, that's $10. There's another 18. So we're spending, $10, $20, almost $40, like $35 to $40. Now my shipping is only $17. Okay, it's drastically reduced. So I'm ordering 3 items. So before it was $10 for one item. Now if I'm ordering 3 items, notice it's about $6 per item. If we round that to 18 divided by 3 would be $6. If we go through, and again, I'm just giving you examples here. Let's say Ratnakar wants to buy, or let's say I was to give Ratnakar a bunch of products. I want to send him, let's say the Instant Youth Cream or Instant Youth Material, and I want to send him a detox. That's another $20, and the Shilajit. So, $15, that's like another $45 on top of whatever the 40 I have already. So if we go through and again click that, again, I've not ordered anything. I'm just giving you an example of how you can see those prices. So you can actually test and see what you actually want to send them. So now notice my total. The shipping is now $24. I've ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're looking at about $4 per bottle to ship that over to India. So obviously the more you buy, the lower the shipping rate goes down. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Obviously your view is going to be a little bit different depending on what country you see. But this is the process, as I've said, if you want to order products for other people, whether they are currently active members, you're going to have to pay on the lower rate. If they are not currently active members, you're going to pay on the higher rate because they're, again, not active. So hopefully you found some value from this. Again, maybe use it as an incentive for people to grow their team once they hit certain ranks, that you're going to send them a bonus product or maybe a t-shirt. Maybe you're going to send them something, like I said, if they are joining you in another program and you also want to bring them in, and maybe they have a low budget, but they've spent money on one thing and you want to bring them in on something else, then you can give them a bonus membership in LiveGood. So I hope you have found value in this. Obviously, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us, or depending on where you're watching this, leave a comment below. Take care. Thanks.